Good morning, ma'am. In this session, we are going to discuss about the determination of pH. Determination of pH plays a vital role in various disciplines, of more particular in civil engineering. The objective of the experiment is to determine the pH value of a given solution using pH meter. So this is a pH meter, and the apparatus required is pH meter and electrodes. And these are the two electrodes where we are going to utilize for these experiments, and the beaker for analyzing the samples. The next is step 1. Select any one of the samples from the following. Here I am preferring seawater. Then click on the next icon. Calibration of pH. How to calibrate the pH? How to stabilize the instrument before doing the experiment. Step 1. Clean the electrodes with the distilled water and dry it using tissue paper. Just click over here. So you have to clean it with the distilled water. Okay. Then wipe it with the tissue paper without disturbing the bottom part of the electrode, because that where we are having the sensor to determine the pH. Here we had a question, what's a pH scale? Actually, pH scale we are utilizing for identifying the values is a logarithmic base scales. So the answer is logarithmic scales. Then click the next icon. Dip the combined electrode in the buffer solution. Here you are having a holder for the fixation of electrodes, and here we have provided a buffer solution of pH 4. The concept of buffer is to maintain a constant pH. So before doing any experiment, it is must to stabilize the instrument by any standard buffer. So here we are having a buffer of pH 4. I am dipping the electrode in the buffer. Just click here. Start the instrument, use the power button. Then dip the combined electrodes one by one. Buffer solution are used to calibrate pH meter because they resist change in pH. True. Next, again clean the electrode by distilled water and wipe gently with the tissue paper without disturbing the sensor. Here we have a question. pH is measure of dash ions. Hydrogen ions. So hydrogen only determines the acidity or density of the system. Click next button. Again do the same procedure. Everything is fixed. Only the buffer solution pH value differs. Here the value is 9.2. As usual, dip the combined electrodes. Check the pH. It's showing displaying 9.2. Okay, the system is stabilized now. We'll go to the next step. Now the determination of pH sample of sample. That is nothing but sample under investigation. So here the sample what we have is a seawater sample. Repeat the experiment. Wash the pH electrode. Dry it with a filter paper. Once again I am repeating. Please don't disturb the bottom part of the electrode. It is more sensitive. We have a question here. What is the neutral value of pH scale? That is equal to 7. Now we are having a sample that is seawater under investigation. Do the same process. Dip both the electrodes into the samples and check the pH. That is showing 8.2. Measurement of pH value of seawater helps in determining the corrosion research. Inference. From the experiment, what we infer is the pH of the seawater is 8.2. That indicates the sample is alkaline. Submit. And that's all about your simulation lab regarding the method of determining pH. Thank you.